So we're doing 13 גידול ודעיכה. What's the equation? Let's start with that.
The MO,
Mm-hmm.
the MT equals MO Q T.
Cool. אוקיי, כמות העץ ביער גדלה בכל שנה ב-2.6%. So what did we say we do? If we have 2.6%.
So switch it over to regular, so 0.026.
Yeah. And now what is Q?
0.026.
No.
Well, if you add the 1,
Mm-hmm.
so 1.026.
Yes. Okay. Now, כיום יש ביער 6,000 טון של עץ. So M0 is 6,000. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you get to this or did you have problem to get to this?
I got to like, I tried doing the first one.
No, before, I'm asking before, did you understand that this is MO and this is Q?
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's do א'. כמה טון עץ יהיו ביער בעוד 5 שנים? How do you do it?
So I did 6,000. Like the MT that we're looking for, right?
Yeah, so MT equals. So we can
6.
also say that this is, they ask 5 years, so M5 we can also write. Because the T represents the time, but it doesn't really matter. So 6,000
times 1.26 to the 5th power.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, but then I didn't get the right thing.
Okay, but do you have the answers? Do you know that this is the right answer?
Yeah, I got.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do we do in bet?
Bet is.
So tell me, how did you do it?
Okay, so I minus 1 to the achuz, right? Because we're going back.
Okay, so no, that was the issue.
Okay.
So the Q is either 1 plus or 1 minus the percent, and that only depends on whether we have an increase in the quantity or a decrease in the quantity.
Okay.
So since here we have an increase, Q stays the same. Q stays 1 plus. But we talked about something else that we should change, where we talked about the past.
I don't remember. The top, like the.
Yeah.
The top would be minus 2.
The what?
Like the Q would be. Like the T would be minus 2.
Yes, the T will be minus 2. Only the T. So M minus 2 will be 6,000. 1.026 to the power of minus 2. That's it.
Oh, yes, I didn't do that.
Yeah, so you want to try it now and see if it works?
Yeah. It should work. So you switch to have a 1 on top.
Sorry?
So you switched it to have a 1 on top.
A 1 on top? What do you mean?
You said when it's. Didn't we say when it's a minus?
You just put, instead of the T, you put minus 2.
Okay.
What do you mean 1 on top? I don't understand.
Didn't you say that when you're doing cheskot, you and there's a minus at the top, then you switch it.
Oh, yeah. So if that exactly equals to 6,000 times 1 over this. It's exactly the same. But if you have a calculator, just do that in the calculator.
Do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know how to do power of -2 or power of whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you were definitely correct. It's just not necessary because you can do it in the computer, in the calculator.
Okay, so it's 5,699.
Can you just check if this is correct?
Oh, where the answer sheet went. So weird.
Should be right.
Yeah, it should be. I don't know where the answer sheet is. I don't know. I don't know where it went. I was looking at it last
Check
night.
it later, but
Yeah, I'll check it.
did you try 14?
What?
Did you try the next one, 14?
No, I didn't try it.
Okay, let's do it. Or you don't, or you want to do something else?
Yeah, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
So read it and tell me what to do.
Here's a كدال מעריכית בקצב גידול יומי כיום יש 4,120 חולים מאומתים.
Whenever you see a number, stop and write the parameter with the value.
Okay. Should I write it into what it equals to? Like which one? What's
Yeah,
the 4,000?
which one of the parameters in the equation equals to 4,000 or 4,120?
The MO?
Yeah, so whenever you see the number, stop for a second and write MO equals
Okay.
4120. And it's always also good to write the equation so you'll have it in mind.
Okay, so here we're looking for the Q. And
yeah. No, just a second. כעבור 3 ימים, so T equals 3.
Yeah.
נמצאו 4,907. So what is this number?
The MT.
This is empty. Okay, good. 4,907. And now, what do they ask? The last line. Can you read this?
חשבת אחוז גידול היומי.
Yeah. No, this is not Q. This is almost Q.
Q plus 1.
So this is Gidul, right? So there is an increase in the amount.
Mm-hmm.
So Q equals 1 plus the percentage in the decimal form. So this is why they ask you to find this.
So it's Q.
So we need to find Q and then subtract 1. So let's find Q. What?
Okay. Okay, so I wrote down the thingy. How do we find Q?
So how do we find Q? We have only one equation. Just plug into the equation anything you know.
Yeah, I plugged it in. So I get the.
So can you tell me what do you have? I will write the same.
I have 4,907 equals 4,120 times Q to the third power.
Okay. Now what do you do?
So should I divide to get the 4 to the other side?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then came out to a percent,
What did you get?
1.191.
1 and 1. That's enough. That equals q to the power of 3.
Mm.
Now what do you do?
Okay, now equal to the q to the third power.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Yeah.
it now.
And now what do you do? We talked about it 2 days ago.
I know. Now I'm remembering.
So you need to do this. You need to do this shoresh with the 3 of this number, and that will be equals q.
I have to do the 1.9.
What?
So like I have to
You
get to
remember?
the other side shoresh, right?
Yeah. So in the calculator, you should do 3, and then you have this sign, which is shift something, and then you put this number.
I got to a 3-point number. 3.273 equals q.
No. Oh,
No.
so
To minus 1, no?
just a second. Do that in a calculator. Do 3, then this sign, which is shift something, and then this number. And then you will get q.
Wait, 3 shift and then this number. 3 shift 1.059.
I didn't do it myself, but I trust you.
Okay.
So now they ask you, so do you understand from the last line that you need to find a percentage? So they ask you, okay, so now we have q, and we know that the q equals 1 plus the percentage, right? So if we do q minus 1, I mean, we have this equation. So now we have q is this, and it equals 1 plus, let's call it the I don't know how to, which letter to put to it. So let's just do x. Doesn't really matter. So what x is equal to?
0.029.
59.
59?
Yeah,
right.
Correct. Now we need to bring this to a percentage version. So how did we go from percentage to decimal?
5.9.
Yeah. So it's 5.9%.
Got it.
Okay. Cool. What else? What else is bothering you?
I hate this. Okay, so I did 12. I started it. And I got to, I think I did the whole thing wrong. I don't know. I got to
12.
Yeah, number 12. I think I got to
Let's do it.
Gimel, I think.
Okay. And then
I don't know.
so
I
Aleph
feel like
and
I
Bet
did. I
were.
feel like I did the whole thing wrong. I'm gonna send you a picture. makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, just let me, just a second. So y equals 2x minus x squared. אוקיי, צריך לקחת תחום x, צריך לקחת תחום y, צריך לקחת קוד, קבע את סוגה, קצת תחומי עלייה ואלה שפים. Okay, so let me see what you did here. א', באלף ביקשו נקודת חיתוך עם ציר x, אוקיי? אז מציבים ב-y 0, מעולה. Oh, nice, you did really nice there, גורם משותף. So just a second, we have, so x. Okay, you had a small problem with Aleph.
I have a small problem with the whole thing. I couldn't move on.
So look, you want to look for נקודת חיתוך עם ציר x, and you were right to put 0 instead of y. Totally fine. And then you did 0 equals 2 times x, x times x. Perfect. And then you put x outside of the subline. Now, what do you do? Don't look at your paper, look at the computer. Or, yeah. What now? What should you put here?
2
2
minus x.
minus, I didn't hear.
X.
X. Great. Now you look at your paper.
I did x minus 2.
X minus 2, but it didn't change. Yeah. I mean, okay, it's x minus 2, but you got to the same answer. So it's fine. But, okay. Let's do two things. First of all, here, how can you continue from here? Let's look only at the computer, forget your paper.
Okay.
How should I continue here?
Well, we'll figure out what x is to get to 0.
Yeah, okay. So what x is?
2.
How do you know?
Minus, well, 2 minus 2, and the inside would be 0.
Yeah, okay. And?
Well, then a minus 2.
No, you were correct, 2. 2 minus 2 would be 0.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Like from the outside?
Yeah. What about this x?
Minus 2?
No.
No. Oh, it still ends up being?
If we have two things, one times the other.
0.
Either the first one equals 0, so x equals 0, or the second one equals 0, so 2 minus x equals 0. And then x equals 2. So you have two answers here.
Oh.
Now you have to remember, when you have x to the second power, most of the time you have two answers. So if you don't have two answers, you should check it again.
Okay.
Now this is first thing. Second, what did they ask you? They asked you to find נקודת חיתוך עם ציר x. Now look at the drawing here. How many times does this function crosses the x-axis?
2 times.
So you have to have two answers. One is 0, and one is 2.
Exactly.
Now, maybe the solution is whenever you have x to the second power, just do the formula of משוואה ריבועית.
Okay.
What do you say?
Yeah, that's fine.
So let's do it for a second. We have, let me just copy it again. We have 0 equals 2x minus x to the second power. How can we need to just play around here for a second to bring it to the template of משוואה ריבועית like we know.
Minus x squared plus 2x.
Yeah. And now how can you continue using the משוואה ריבועית formula?
A equals minus 1.
Yeah.
B equals 2.
Mm-hmm.
I guess C is 1.
C is 0. You don't have a C.
0.
Okay, and now you can do minus 2. I will do it a little bit quickly. 4. Okay, 4 minus 4 times minus 1 times 0 because C is 0, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have minus 2 plus minus 2 over minus 2. So it's either 0 or 2.
Or 2.
So this is maybe a safer way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't remember this thing, that if you have something times something, either the first one equals 0 or the second one equals 0. You can do it both ways. Now bet, they ask you to find את הנקודות חיתוך in ציר y, and you were correct to just plug in 0 and then you get 2, 0. You get okay, so look at it again. You said y equals 2 times 0 minus 0 times 0. Perfect. How much is 2 times 0?
0.
How much is 0 times 0?
0.
So why did you get y equals 2?
I have no idea.
Okay. So that was just, you weren't focused.
But I'm done with doing math.
But you see, this is something you know. You just, I mean, the only thing is you weren't focused enough. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not a math issue. It's not like you didn't know. I mean, you did write it well. You just maybe didn't pay enough attention. I don't know, but maybe do it a little bit more slowly. Slower, and yeah. Okay. So we have 0 and so 0.0. Now Gimel, they want you to find the code, and you did it right. So X code, perfect. X code equals minus B to A, and B is 2, and A is minus 1. Perfect. So B is 2 minus 2 divided by minus 2. That is 1. Correct. And the Y, if you want to add it, so the Y, I do it like this, the Y of 1 is actually 2 times 1 minus 1 squared, which is 1. Yeah, okay. So the point, you have to finish with writing the point like that. Okay, 1, 6, 1.
Where's that point? In the middle?
Yeah, so if this is 0 and this is 2, 1 would be here. And this is the code, right? The code is here.
Yeah.
So this is 1, and this is 1.
I got it. So then my next question would have been fine. I just wasn't sure. And then the Aliyah and Yerida
So
is.
just again, you weren't sure about what?
No, I wasn't sure if it was in the middle, the code, because I had done it wrong, because I got that 2 before and I was like confused.
Okay.
I got to that 1, but I didn't know.
Yeah, the code is always in the middle. So the word code
Right.
is this point in the middle. Okay, now they also asked you to, can you read question Gimel?
Gimel. מצאת נקודת קודקוד בקוות סוגה.
Yeah, so you need to know what type of so when they say קוות סוגה, they mean Is it minimum or maximum? Remember that we talked about it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So is it minimum or maximum?
The maximum.
Maximum. How do you know it? And you can't rely on the picture or on the image.
Maybe because the other ones are 0. I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't think we did anything for it.
Okay.
I don't remember.
So let me explain. We know, so this is a parabola, right? This is a parabola because we have x by the power of 2, and you know it's parabola because of this graph. Now the question is, the parabola, is it happy or sad?
Happy.
I mean, happy. Why happy?
No, it's sad. It's upside down.
Yeah, it's upside down. But you don't need to. You can't rely on the picture. So how can you know from the equation?
There's a minus.
There's a minus. So you need to write המקדם של x בשנייה. Do you write the answer in Hebrew or English?
I never write an answer.
Okay. So you just.
But Hebrew.
So if you only want to do it in math, you can say.
No, I can write in Hebrew. I know how to write in Hebrew.
Yeah, so we can do that. המקדם של x בשנייה הוא מינוס, לכן הפרבולה בוכה, או עצובה, ולכן הנקודה היא מקסימום. זהו.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's see the other thing. Okay. Now תחומי עלייה וירידה. You should know that.
Yes. Then now, so 1 is greater than, like, it's anything lower than 1 is negative.
So how do you write it?
So 1 is greater than x.
1 is greater than x. It's not a negative, it's the ירידה.
Yeah.
So what would be the עלייה?
X is greater than 1.
Yeah, perfect. In now, hey, this is another stupid question. They ask you to find a תחומי חיוביות ושליליות. Now, חיובי, it's everything that is above the x-axis, because then its y is actually on the plus side, so its y is positive. And everything underneath the x-axis is negative because its y is negative. So here the answer has to be, with ירידה and עלייה, the answer is by the x, according to the x. But with the חיובי ושליליות, the answer is according to the y. So what can be, when is it חיובי and when is it שלילי?
חיובי according to the y, you said?
Yeah.
Well, after 0 ends up, it
So
goes down by the way.
Yeah, so how do you write it?
So x.
No, not x, y.
No, y is, for the shlili, y is greater than 0? No.
No, actually, I'm sorry, I confused you. You have to do it by the x. I'm sorry. It's by the x. So for what x's, the y is positive. Let's start with that. So I'm really sorry. Let's get to the x.
Okay.
For what x's, The y is positive.
The y is what?
Positive.
Between the 1 and the 0, like the 1 and the 0.
What about after 1?
2. Like that.
And the parabola is positive whenever it's above the x-axis.
So from the 2 to the 0.
Yes. So x greater than 0, smaller than 2. Now, when does the parabola underneath the x-axis?
Well, I don't know the numbers down there. Well, it's when it's all lower, underneath, like the 0 and down, no?
So you just do x smaller than 0. And the other side is x greater than 2.
Got it.
Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So you had 2 problems. First one is really, really silly. It just you got to the wrong answer, didn't write it down with the 0 here. And the second one is not that silly. You just forgot to what do you do when you have x outside of the sublime. So what I recommend is just whenever you have x to the power of 2, you can do the formula of Mishvar Brit. Okay?
Yep. We do.
That was a good, these are good good questions to practice. So we can do them later again.
Should we just do another one from here?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I don't know which one to do.
Which one? Have you tried any of them?
Yeah, let me see which ones I tried.
So is there one that you tried and you have questions? If so, let's do that. And if not, let's do something that you haven't done.
I haven't done 10 or 11.
Okay. So let's do 10.
Okay.
מצד משוואת הישר שיפוע 3. So we already know that m equals 3. והוא עובר בנקודת החיתוך של הישר y שווה x פחות 8 עם ציר ה-y. So they ask us to find משוואת ישר. In order to find משוואת ישר, what do we need?
Yeah.
No. Go back to your notebook.
Oh, my notebook. I don't know if I wrote it.
In order to find משוואת ישר, you need 2 things.
I didn't write it down.
I prefer that you will find it, so next time you'll be able to locate it. But if you can't find it, I will write it again.
But we have it in, I wrote it down my daf nuschaot because I don't have it here.
דף נוסחאות. Let me see. You have it, yeah, you have משוואת ישר and you have שיפוע של ישר.
So weird. I don't know where I wrote it down because I have only 1 page, 2 pages.
So in order to find משוואת ישר, you need 2 things. The first one is נקודה על הישר. Okay? And the second one is either עוד נקודה על הישר, or שיפוע. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You have to find the first point on the line, and then either another point on the line or the slope. So read the question. What do we have?
Shipua.
Okay, we have Shipua. Perfect. So if we have Shipua, we need another nekuda. We don't need 2 points.
Okay.
Okay. Keep reading.
Okay. Where? So you have y equals x minus 8.
Yeah, you have y equals x minus 8.
Consider y. So
מה הנקודת חיתוך של הישר הזה עם ציר ה-y?
does that mean that the x is going to be 0?
Yeah.
So y equals 8.
Almost.
Minus 8.
Minus 8. So it's 0 minus 8. So now you have שיפוע and you have נקודה. And now just use the equation for משוואת ישר.
Oh, I remember doing this, but I don't know why I didn't write it down.
So write down now.
I have it. The y minus y1 equals m.
Y minus y1 equals m x minus x1 in parentheses.
Yeah. Okay, so y equals minus 8.
No, y minus 8.
Yeah. Equals 3 0 x minus 0. So y plus 8 equals 3x.
Hmm?
So minus 8 y equals 3x.
That's it.
That's the Mishnah. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's really. I mean, you should do that in the test.
Okay. I'll look for more questions like that.
Hmm?
I'll look for more questions like that.
So 11 is the same. It's also really, really simple. Let's do
So I'll
11.
do 11 later. Okay, Chelek Gimel, I did 9.
Oh, you did 11. Okay.
No, I didn't do 11 yet.
So let's do
I'll
it
do
now.
it. Okay.
Unless you have, maybe if you prefer to do it yourself, and then you can do something else.
No, I don't care. I'll look for it. It's fine. Okay. A is 1, 5. B is 3 minus 7. C, who nikudat emsa keta. Baby.
So what is C?
In the middle.
Yeah, how can we find it?
C minus 3 minus 7. There's a nuskha for that, no?
Mm-hmm. You have it at the bottom of this page. Not this page, at the bottom of this test.
Nikudat emsa.
Yeah.
So that x m equals x1 plus x2 minus 2 y m equals y1. Okay, so xm equals 1 plus 3 divided by 2. And ym equals 5 plus minus 7. This one's like 2.5.
Why 2.5?
What?
Why 2.5?
1, 4. I don't know why. Does not make sense. 1 plus 3, 4 divided by 2. 2. I don't know why it gave me half. Okay. Okay. Minus 2 divided by 2. And minus 1. That's it?
That's not the end, but that's it for point C. Yeah. Now keep reading.
Okay. C היא נקודת אוקיי, מצד משוואת הישר עובר דרך ראשית הצירים בדרך נקודת C. Can I define the משוואת הישר?
In order to find משוואת ישר, what do we need? You just wrote it down.
נקודות.
No.
Yeah, you said. Either we need the נקודה on the ישר.
Yeah. We need נקודה על הישר. That's the first thing we have to have. Now the second thing is either
the שיפוע or different code.
Yes. So what do we have here?
Not the שיפוע. We have another point.
Read the question and see.
Okay, C היא נקודת אמצע את ה-AB. We have 2 נקודות.
So what are the נקודות?
1 and 5 and 3 minus 7.
No.
But we also have C.
It says, מצד משוואת הישר, העובר דרך רשת הצירים ודרך נקודה C. So what are the 2 points on the line?
A and B.
No.
Let's see.
Can you read the last line again?
מצד משוואת הישר העובר דרך ראשית הצירים. I don't know what that means.
Okay. So when you have 2 x's, like x and y, ראשית הצירים is this point. So it's 0.0, 0.0. ראשית הצירים, this is the cross section between the 2 axes, and it's 0.0. So it says, מצד משוואת הישר העובר דרך ראשית הצירים, which means the line goes through 0, 6, 0, and נקודה C.
Well, C would be
What, sorry?
So you have the 0, 0 and the 2 minus 1.
So you have 2 points, 0.0 and 2 minus 1. And now let's go to the משוואת ישר, to the equation of משוואת ישר, and plug it in.
Okay, so y minus.
Now, if you remember, I asked you to do here, just do here x1, y1, x2, y2. So they are 2 different points.
So I'm plugging it into the y minus y1 equals m. Okay, so 0. Yeah, 0. No, 2.
No, why? Choose. You can choose either one of them. So can you? If you look at the screen, I chose x1, y1, x2, y2.
Okay, so y minus 0 equals m.
X minus 0.
Yeah.
So y equals mx. And now we only need to find what is m. So you have the formula for m also.
Let me see. M equals y2 minus 1 x. Write it down. Okay, so I don't know the paper anymore. M equals minus 2.
No.
Minus 1.
Yeah.
This looks like today. Minus 1, 0.
0.
And 2 minus 0.
So it's minus 1 over 2.
Mm-hmm.
Let's plug it in. Y equals minus 1 over 2 x. So here it was an unfair question because you didn't know what Reshit HaTzirim means. But now you know. Reshit HaTzirim is just
There's the-
0.060.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, mm-hmm.
Cool. Do you want to do another question?
Yeah. We can do maybe number 8, because I didn't do that one.
Number 8, okay. So we know that so the square root of 3 to the power of x equals 9. So this is משוואה מעריכית, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is the end goal for us in משוואה מעריכית?
To get an answer?
Yeah, but in order to get the answer, we need to find the
same base.
Same base. Okay, so what base can be here?
The 9 could be 9. 3 to the second power.
Perfect, yeah. And now we need to find to make this root. We need to make it a חזקה.
3, 1.
So square root is like 3 to the power of 1 over 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you scroll all the way down, let me see where you have it. Yeah, so scroll all the way down and then go 1 page up. So
I see. C to the A to the B. That one.
Yeah. So if you can look at the screen, if you have A, and then you have shoresh. So if you have shoresh with no number, it means means that the number here is 2. And A, if it doesn't have any power to it, it's like power of 1. And now if you can look at the formula again, it will be A to the power of 1 over 2.
Got it.
So B here is 1 and C here is 2.
Mhm.
Now how can you continue?
Oh my God, I just did this last night. When they equal each other. I just did this. I can't remember all these stupid rules.
Yeah, it's a lot of rules, I know.
That the corner pieces equal each other, right? Like the cheskot.
Yeah, before we need to.
They have the x.
Yeah, we need to do something here. What can we do?
Times them.
Yeah. So 3 to the power of 1 over 2x equals 2 to the power of 2, 3 to the power of 2, and then?
So 1 over 2x equals 2. And then divide it.
Divide what?
The 2 by the half.
Yeah.
So 4.
Yeah.
Lovely.
You can do it.
Yeah, it's just remembering a lot of.
I know, and more practicing, and then you just need to keep pushing and remember until Sunday, and that's it.
Yes.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Hope so.
And remember what I told you. You start with the simple questions. You leave a blank page to each and every question so you can go back. If you're stuck, just continue to the next question. And if you think you have no idea what to do, just keep doing something. I mean, don't stare at the question. Do something. Try to, first of all, copy the question to your notebook. And then, I don't know, open Sograim, try to find the same base, trying to do something. I mean, it's always worth writing something than leaving a blank page to the teacher. You might get some point.
Right.
Okay? So
okay.
That's what I do. And another thing, if you remember that you had, so also now we had like a number, I think it was this number, q to the power of 3. And you weren't sure how to actually solve it. So first of all, make sure that you remember it, that you need to do 3, this sign, and then this one in the calculator. But if it doesn't work out and you don't remember, you can just write, I don't know how to find q. I'm going to assume that q equals 2, just because. And then my next answer would be blah, 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 blah. Maybe they will consider it and give you some points. But it's better than doing nothing.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
Perfect.